Hello friends, welcome back. In previous section we have seen how can we create or delete our files or directories. In this section we are going to see how can we manage our files or directories. Let's start with the cp command. Cp nothing but copying a file. So I'm on my Linux system. I don't have any files at this moment on this system. I'm going to create a new file, that is touch file1 and file2. And both are empty files. Why? Because we have created with the touch command. Let me add some content in file1. I'm going to use a cat greater than file1. There is no content. I can use greater than without any issues. Okay, this is the content I'm adding. Hello, this is file1, adding content using cat command, and I'm giving enter, control C. Now if I open file1, you can see some content is there. At the same time, if I open file2, still it doesn't have any content. Now I would like to copy content whatever is there in the file1 onto file2. If that is the case, we can use the cp command. Cp file1 space file1 space file2. Okay, cp command works like this. This is the source file, nothing but where the content is available and where do you want to copy. This one we call it as a destination file. So source file to destination file we are copying our data. So let me execute it, and it is asking, do you really want to overwrite file2? Of course nothing is there. I don't have any issue to overwrite, and clear the screen. And ls, again ls minus l. If I see, earlier it was 0 bytes, now both have same content. It is using 49 bytes. And if I open the file1 or else file2, both are having the same content. This is how we can copy our content from one file to another file. Now we are going to create a directory. I'm creating a directory called dir1. So here what I want to do is I want to copy this file1 onto dir1 directory, nothing but within this new directory. If that is the case, we can use again cp command. So file1 and dir1. Earlier we have given cp file1 and file2. If your destination location is a file, then it just copy the content onto that particular file. It doesn't do anything. But if your destination location is a directory, then it checks for whether the file1 is already exist over there or not. If it is not exist, it is going to create a file1 and copy the data. It's something like this. You want to copy a file on Windows from one location to another location. So you just give the right click, copy, and you will go to the destination and paste it. Whenever you paste it, it creates the new file, right? Same thing is going to happen over here. So let's see now. If I do tree now, you can clearly understand. So we have a file1 over here, and there is one more file got created under dir1 because we have used file1 followed by the directory. Whenever we specify the directory, within the directory it creates the file. Okay, so it copied the file1. And if I want to read this data, either I can go inside to the directory and open this file, or else I can just do the cat dir1 is the directory, right, slash file1. Okay, here slash nothing but we are differentiating. We cannot give dir1 file1, we must give the slash file1. Okay, this is how we can open. Let me open. You can see same content has been copied into the dir1 slash file1. And also we can use copy on the directories as well. Let's see ls. Now you have directory 1. I want to copy this entire directory onto a new directory. Then you can use cp dir1 and dir2. Nothing but whatever dir1 content is there, same thing I want to on dir2. Now in this case both are directories, right? So there is a problem with the cp command. If you use cp command, it cannot able to copy the directories. It just copy the only files. But you have flags, right? That's what I was saying. If you use flags, it will give additional features. Here we can use -r. This r can be either uppercase or lowercase. Either will work. R stands for recursively. Whenever we use directories, we must use the r command. Let's execute. and if I do tree, now you can see there are two directories, dir1 and dir2. Whatever content is there in the dir1, same content copied onto the dir2. This is how we can copy directories as well. So now we have seen how to copy a content from one file to another file, also how to copy a file onto a directory, and how can we copy directory to another directory. And you cannot copy directory into a file, right? It doesn't able to hold it. Okay, so that's all about the copy command. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.